Three SUVs are entering 2026, and one of them makes the others look overpriced. Stay to the end. Number 3. Nobody talks about it loudly, but one compact SUV in 2026 is quietly doing everything buyers actually want. Not flashy, not dramatic, just smart, efficient, and dangerously practical. And once you understand what Ford has done here, you might realize why this SUV is suddenly everywhere. This is the 2026 Ford Escape, and it's far more strategic than it looks. At first glance, it doesn't scream for attention, and that's intentional. Ford didn't chase trends here. Instead, they focused on real life. Daily drives, tight parking, long commutes, family use, and that decision changes everything. Here's where things get interesting. Instead of forcing one engine on everyone, Ford gives you options, and each one tells a different story. The starting point is a turbocharged engine designed for calm, everyday driving. It's efficient, easy to live with, and built for people who just want reliability without drama. But if you think that's all the Escape offers, wait, because hidden just one step above is a turbo setup that completely changes the personality of this SUV. Suddenly, acceleration feels confident, merging becomes effortless, and for a compact SUV, it feels surprisingly energetic. Not many rivals manage that balance. Now here's the twist most people don't expect. Ford didn't stop there. For drivers who spend their lives in traffic, there's a hybrid that quietly delivers huge fuel savings without feeling slow. And then comes the plug-in hybrid, the one that makes you question how often you'd even need fuel at all. For many owners, daily driving could happen almost entirely on electric power. That's a big deal. On the road, the Escape feels light, predictable, and easy. You don't fight it in tight streets. You don't stress in parking lots. It feels like a vehicle designed with the driver in mind, not against them. Though on rough roads, you'll notice it leans more towards control than softness, a trade-off Ford clearly chose on purpose. Step inside, and this is where expectations quietly rise. The driving display is fully digital, clean, and easy to read. The infotainment system is simple, responsive, and actually works the way you expect it to. Higher trims introduce a much larger screen that instantly makes the cabin feel modern and upscale without trying too hard. And comfort? This is where the Escape surprises people. Front passengers get more room than you'd expect in this class, and rear passengers don't feel like an afterthought either. It feels genuinely usable, not just technically spacious. Cargo space isn't class-leading, but it's honest. Groceries, luggage, daily gear, no problem. Safety is another area where Ford didn't cut corners. Driver assist features come standard, working quietly in the background to reduce stress instead of overwhelming you. It's the kind of tech you stop noticing, which is exactly the point. Pricing keeps everything grounded. It starts reasonable, climbs logically, and even the most efficient version stays within reach compared to what it offers. In a segment full of compromises, that matters. So here's the real question. In a world where compact SUVs are trying too hard to stand out, does one that simply gets the basics right become the smartest choice of all? Would you pick efficiency, flexibility, and comfort over flash, or do you still want your SUV to shout before it delivers? Let me know what you think. Number 2. Most compact SUVs survive on reputation. This one is here to expose them. Because the 2026 Kia Sportage doesn't just compete with the RAV4 or CR-V, it quietly asks a dangerous question. Why are people still paying more for less? In the first few seconds, you feel it. This isn't a facelift, it's a full reset. The front looks sharper, wider, and far more confident. Not loud, not flashy, just deliberate. Every line feels engineered, not decorative. And here's the unsettling part. It already looks like what rivals are still planning for the future. Move to the side and something clicks. The proportions feel longer, cleaner, more athletic. It doesn't scream family SUV, it whispers premium crossover. And that's where curiosity kicks in. How is this still in the compact segment? Around the back, the design stays honest, wide, planted, functional. Nothing wasted, nothing fake. Which brings us to the real shock. Step inside. This is where competitors get uncomfortable. The cabin feels like it belongs in a higher class. A wide, curved digital display flows naturally across the dash. Everything responds instantly. Nothing feels confusing. In the space, rear passengers actually get room to breathe, not just sit. Then the features keep piling up: wireless connectivity, multiple charging points, smart climate controls that don't fight you, safety systems working quietly in the background, not nagging, just protecting. And here's the twist most people miss. Under the hood, Kia gives choices: efficient engines, turbo options, and electrified versions that balance power and fuel savings effortlessly. The hybrid especially feels smooth, calm, and surprisingly strong in daily driving. No drama, no stress, just confidence. So now the uncomfortable question remains. If one compact SUV looks better equipped, more modern, and more future-ready, are the old favorites still the best, or just the most familiar? That's the decision buyers will have to face. Number 1. Honda HR-V fans, this one might be uncomfortable because a compact SUV has arrived that looks sharper, runs cheaper, and feels smarter in daily life. And it does all of this without making noise about it. Stay till the end because one detail here could genuinely change your buying decision. This is the 2026 Toyota Yaris Cross, and the real question isn't what's new. The real question is, has Toyota quietly built a better all-around compact SUV? Let's start with the design. At first glance, this SUV looks far more confident than before. The front feels wider, stronger, and more SUV-like. The headlights are slimmer, the stance feels planted, and the overall shape finally matches what buyers expect from a modern crossover. It's compact, but it doesn't look entry-level, and that's important. Move to the side and you'll notice something clever. Toyota hasn't tried to make it flashy. Instead, the proportions are upright and practical. The raised driving position gives you confidence in traffic, while the straight roofline quietly improves rear comfort, something many rivals compromise on. Here's the interesting part. This design isn't just for looks, it directly improves daily usability. Now let's talk about the rear. Clean lines, sharp lighting, and a wider visual stance make it look more mature than most compact SUVs. No unnecessary drama, just a design that ages well. And that's exactly where Toyota plays its game. Step inside, and this is where expectations change. The cabin feels modern, simple, and focused on real driving. The screen is responsive, the outlay is intuitive, and thankfully, physical controls are still there for everyday functions. That small detail alone makes long-term ownership far less frustrating. Seat comfort is tuned for daily life, not racing. The driving position feels slightly elevated, visibility is excellent, and rear passengers get more space than you'd expect in this size. This is where many buyers realize this SUV is designed for people, not spec sheets. Technology is another quiet win. You get wireless smartphone connectivity, digital displays, multiple charging options, and smart features that actually work without overwhelming you. Higher trims add premium touches, but even the basics feel complete, and that's rare. Now here's where things really get interesting. Under the hood, efficiency is the headline. The hybrid system delivers smooth acceleration, instant response in city driving, and outstanding fuel economy. It's not trying to be sporty, it's trying to be stress-free, and it succeeds. Ride quality is comfortable, steering is light, and tight city driving feels effortless. Compared to the HR-V, this SUV feels calmer, more efficient, and better suited for real-world use, especially if fuel costs matter to you. So what does all this mean? It means Toyota didn't try to reinvent the segment. Instead, it refined everything that actually matters: efficiency, comfort, safety, and long-term value. This isn't the loudest compact SUV, but it might be the smartest one. Now I want to ask you, would you choose this over the HR-V, or does Honda still win your trust? Drop your thoughts below.